Is this the greatest movie trailer ever? I think so. It's not what you think. First off, this is an official trailer for Nouvelle Vague, a Netflix production. That's not why it's amazing. It's just okay. What makes this so great is that I believe this is the first time ever that someone has done something like this. So the story goes like this. A man is sitting at his desk writing something. He stops, looks up and says, "I don't know if I should be doing this." So he takes a drink and then he continues writing. Then he stops again and says, "Do you think this is a good idea?" And then he mentions the New York Herald Tribune. Now I'm thinking maybe he works for the New York Herald Tribune, so he's writing an article or something like that. Maybe he's a journalist. Could be a reporter. So then he gets up, goes to the window, and looks out. The camera pans with him and there's some nice music playing. Then he turns around and looks at something on his desk and smiles. He looks up again and says, "It's going to be a hell of a lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it." Here's the thing. You don't know if he's talking about a movie, right? So you're watching this and you're like, is this guy making a movie? Is this part of a movie? But then you realize, wait a second, is this a movie about making a movie? So then the guy puts his head down and starts writing again. And this time he says, if you want to make a great movie, you need a great story. Then he looks up again and says, you have to think of it like a novel. So now we're thinking, oh wow, he's actually making a movie. And then he gets up and walks away. And by the way, did you catch that? He said you have to think of it like a novel. That's a clue. Think of it like a novel. So then he's walking down the street and people are staring at him like he's crazy. So then he gets to a corner, looks left, looks right, and then runs across the street. Then we see a montage of all these different things. Newspaper clippings, typewriters, pencils, papers, and all that stuff. And then we see the main character again and he says, sometimes the truth is more important than the story. Then we see him looking at a photograph and it says, 1938. And then he says, this story needs to be told. And then the title card comes up, Nouvelle Vague. Now, here's the thing. All of this could be a dream, right? Like it's possible that all of this is just a dream that he's having. Because if you pay close attention to the beginning when he's sitting at his desk and he looks up and says, I don't know if I should be doing this. There's a very distinct look on his face. That suggests that he's not quite sure if he wants to do what he's doing. He kind of looks conflicted. He looks torn. So it's possible that this whole thing is just a dream that he had. And that would be really cool if it is, because it would suggest that like he's trying to write this story. He doesn't know if it's a good idea. And so he has these doubts, right? Then the doubts go away and then he decides, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell this story, and then it becomes this crazy wild ride. And then in the end he realizes, you know, sometimes the truth is more important than the story. That's why you do it. So Nouvelle Vague. It drops on Netflix October 27th. I can't wait to watch it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.